Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to some more Satisfactory gameplay. As of recording, I think the first 2 or 3 episodes of this series have already gone out, so, we're catching up on that back catalog. But today I wanted to hop back in and continue the adventure because I gotta say, I'm really hooked on this game. It's been a ton of fun so far, and I'm looking forward to progressing even further today. I know what I want to do, today. First thing I want to do is get Logistics MK2 completed, so we can get the upgraded conveyor belt and conveyor pole stackable. I think I get what that's supposed to do. We'll talk more about that when we get it, though. I think I've got a better understanding of what it is. Then we're immediately going to do Logistics MK3, if we can. There's some other thing we have to complete to access a motor. Not sure where that is. I don't think we've done it yet. I know we got a rotor, but we don't yet have a motor. It might even be right there, steel production, which might necessitate we do something else, like get coal power. But right now, my main primary objective is going to be Logistics MK2. This is sort of the main thing I want to get done so that I can get these better conveyor belts. And then I've got some crazy plans for what we're going to do over in the Land o' Iron over yonder. Got to refamiliarize myself with where everything is. I forgot all about this over here. Forgot that I did this huge platform. This is sort of where I imagine us having a massive iron facility that expands even further in that direction. We're going to have to reorganize where we've got these conveyor belts because they're going to be in the way. But I sort of want to just, instead of processing raw iron over there where it's being mined up, instead I'd like to move it all over here and have it processed up here and then immediately split out into several different crafters, or what are they called? Constructors, I suppose? You know what I mean when I say crafter, though, right? You folks, y'all wouldn't get mad about me mispronouncing that. Crafter, constructor, same thing. And then automatically be broken down into all the different bits that you can build. What do we have going into here right now? So we have rods and we have plates. We don't have nails set up yet, though. I'm sorry, screws. We need to get those set up and automatically being produced. There's still a lot to do. But let's get started. With these rotors, I created too many by mistake. That's okay. With these rotors, I thee wed. Now that doesn't make a whole lot of sense and doesn't have anything to do with what we just did.
Milestone reached.
Oh.
We encourage you to consider more verticality when it comes to factory logistics to streamline short-range transportation.
Well, that does sound great. Thanks for that hot tip there. I believe what it's referencing is the fact that we can now go into logistics and make some big towers, some conveyor poles. Convey pole with fixed size that is stackable. Does that mean I can just put one on top of the other? I guess that's what that means. Transport up to 120 resources per minute used to move resources between buildings. That's the one we've been waiting for right there. So excited to have that. It doesn't look like we can convert conveyor belt 1s to conveyor belt 2s, but if we break conveyor belt 1s, it'll give us plates, and then plates are required to make the super advanced plates. What exactly are they called? I've already forgotten. But you need those. So I guess in a way, it's called reinforced iron plate. It does require a regular iron plate. So in a way, I guess you could say that it is kind of recycled. For right now, though, we are going to detour to coal power because I am running out of greenery around me. It's becoming quite a hassle. So I think we need to get that built as quickly as possible. And I do see that slug up there. And in fact, I've started to see them in more and more places. I don't know if they're a limited resource. They might just appear at certain times of the day, disappear, they might crawl around. I think that's what this is. Is this a slug? It is. So we can collect it, and maybe another one will slither on by here, because I don't remember that being here earlier. It might have been. I don't remember there being one up there either. There was a point where I decided I would go look for them, and I couldn't find any immediately nearby me, except for on top of the poison heap of poison, which is definitely what that's called. And so maybe they do move around, because they are animals. And, I don't think the greenery regrows. I'm not sure on that yet. Possibly some of you have commented since this video was recorded to let me know. I'm not sure. I'd love to know if I don't know in the future, and you do know, and it hasn't been previously commented, then you could comment it right now. And then I would know this is going nowhere. Did we ever unlock the superior weapon If we did and I just neglected to build it, then that is entirely on me. I know we read about it, but I don't know if I've actually constructed it yet, or if the mission we had to complete in order to unlock it has been completed yet. I don't know. But then I haven't seen any sorts of horrible creatures recently. In fact, everything's kind of been chill around here recently. Wait, what? What are those? Oh, see, this world has so much to explore. I've really not been anywhere in the grand scheme of things. I mean, there's where I process my iron, or where I collect it at least. There is the frog rock of poison. It kind of looks like a frog head, or it could also look like a snake head with the two little eyes on top there. I'm not sure. There's a lot of poison around it. Snakes are venomous. Venom is essentially poison. When you really get down to it, they serve a similar purpose in the universe. Man, that space elevator. So can you just see that from anywhere on the map? That's pretty great. I think greenery must respawn after a while, because I'm positive that I tore down every bush around my constructs, and yet there was one right there. It might have been an outlier that I missed previously. That is possible. I'm not going to say that it isn't, but it seemed new. You folks would know better than I would, though. So again, if you do know, let me know. You know, something we found recently, and I still don't know what to do with it, is mycelia. We've got a pretty good sampling of it. Let's throw that in there and have that start processing. I still need to go find more alien carapace. I don't know where to look for it, though. Like I say, there hasn't been a whole lot of bad guys roaming around these hills recently for me to ruthlessly slaughter so I can study their exoskeleton. What was it called, the new one? It's not a beacon for sure. Xenozapper. I need to track that down. I need to track down that new weapon. It might be something that we unlock for completing one of these here missions. Improved melee combat. Xeno, Basher, and 5 inventory slots. That's going to require some previous things to be completed and a whole lot of wire, so we're not there yet. I like how I started this off saying we were going to do this massive overhaul of iron, and I realize now that this will probably end up being a couple of videos, and I mean, what is the likelihood we'll get to that in this particular one? I don't know yet. We do have coal power now, though, which means we should be able to scan for. We also got new parts and new buildings. I'm getting an audio message being, like, as I'm talking over it, I'm simultaneously trying to listen to it, and that's not really working out. I don't know what they're talking about. I can figure it out myself, though. I reckon we could, what is it, press C to open up our scanner, find some coal. Hopefully there's some coal out that way. There's no coal anywhere. 1,000 meters. What is that, 800 meters? 400. The closest one is unfortunately nowhere near all of our other processing systems. We're going to have to run its own dedicated power line, set up its own dedicated miner. It's going to be a real big hassle. I'm going out there prepared. I'm going to bring a whole lot of cable, a whole lot of concrete, and whatever I need to get the mining system running. I don't have enough plates, now that I think about it, to convey it all back immediately. It's going to be a bit of a process getting this set up, isn't it? I think that's what we're learning here. We have vehicles now! We have a tractor, and we have a truck station. So either send or receive resources to vehicles, has an inventory with 48 slots, transfers up to 120 stacks per minute to from docked vehicle, always refuels vehicles if it has access to a matched fuel type, and then we have a tractor, which has 25 slot inventory, built-in crafting bench. This sounds really, really cool, and if we wanted to, instead of running conveyor belts out to get the coal, we could have a tractor go back and forth. And then I would assume, once we get the miner set up to mine the coal, it could use the coal in the tractor, because it says here that the tractor can use any kind of fuel. That would be kind of cool. So this requires 2 modular frames. I don't think I've used those in any recipe before, but I've got 2 of them now. Rotors, we've built a ton of. I can manage to make the 10 of those necessary. Need a bit more screws, though. And then I have to build some beacons. I don't know what the beacons are for, but I'll figure it out. Part of the planned iron overhaul is going to involve manufacturing drastically more iron rods and iron plates, and also automatically creating the reinforced iron plates, because those are becoming more and more necessary in these recipes as we go. So I would like to do that. And finally, we've got our beacons. Too many beacons. One thing I want to check before we go. Let's build the vehicle first. We will build our tractor. Awesome. And then before we take off, I think we can ride around in it. I didn't check before assembling it, but one would assume. I want to make sure that we have everything we need to build a miner on us, and yeah, we're good there too. Oh. Ah! Yes, welcome back. Welcome back, Pod. So we're going to snatch a wee little bit of fuel out of our generator, and presumably... Okay. Alright, yeah, here we go. I guess I need to fuel it up, though? How do I do that? How do you control this thing? Get back... How do I get back off of it? E to drive tractor. Open workbench. Right. Drive tractor. Where do you fuel it up? Do you do it from the workbench? Vehicle. Ah. Okay, fuel tank. Put a bit of that in there. And push any buttons, or do we just get in it and go? There we are. Okay. I believe coal was in a thiswardly direction, so let's get going. I wonder if this thing can do any mad tricks. I don't know if you'd really describe that as a trick. Oh, look at this. Hide path nodes. Start recording. Clear path. That's pretty cool. But no, what I want to do right now is find coal. We don't suppose this right down here is coal, do we? I have to get out of here in order to scan for coal. Wait, come back here, vehicle! Oh, okay. Let's start scanning for coal. And then we have to run oh, no! Oh, dear. Oh, dear. This has ended poorly. The coal we need is in that direction. Oh, good! You can just ride it. It's fine. I'm not sure if any of you noticed, but even though I am recording at 4K 60, I cannot, no matter what settings I change, get the game to run at 4K 60. It seems to be artificially bottlenecked at 30, so I'm still recording at 60 FPS because I'm not going to go in and change my settings for this one game. I use the same settings on everything, and I'm not about to change that anytime soon. Can you not get over there? Hold on, can we stop this thing? Is it just going to continue to roll down this hill? Looks like it'll stay there. Stay there, you. I gotta get down here and take a look over the edge. We might have to build, to get to the coal over there, a bridge? Maybe that's the idea. Maybe you're not gonna go over there till you're prepared to go over there, you know what I mean? And then we're going to go up there and hop onto a foundation. This is gonna work. I do see that creature over there, who will no doubt want to attack me as soon as I get across. I'm going to attempt to ram it with the vehicle, though, and see where that gets us, though there's a couple of them. This is good. I haven't seen any alien life in a while. I'm starting to get worried that maybe I'd cause the local population to go... oh dear. Go extinct? Is it coming toward me, or is that my imagination? It certainly looks like it's coming toward me, but it also looks like it can't quite comprehend a bridge. That's too much for it. Bless it, it's trying. Oh, it figured out the bridge, everyone. It's evolving! The locals are evolving! Drive the tractor. Let's take this thing down. Come here, you. This is gonna go over so well, I'm sure. Oh. Okay, it did. It did go over really well. Do we just keep doing that now? Come here, you. Hold still. Boom! Wow. This thing just one-shots them. Oh, no, they get back up. They don't seem too aggressive towards me as long as I'm in the tractor, though. We might be okay. We can't climb things, though. I want to get to this coal. I know it's over here somewhere. Look at this. Look at this is... If I have to get out every 10 seconds and build a platform for this thing, I don't know if it's going to be worth it. Okay, I'm going to put a ramp right there so we can get back across now. And then I guess I'll continue on foot and just risk the run-in with the locals. If I have to fight, I can fight. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I was real confident about that up until I saw one of them. Now, we fought these guys before, though. As long as I can see them, I'm sure that we've got it. Yeah, look at that. Got another carapace for the collection. Haha. And don't think that I didn't see whatever this is over here. I certainly did. I was just thinking about not coming to investigate. Should have followed my instincts and not come to investigate. Should have followed my instincts. Oh, I'm being chased by all kinds of things right now. Bugs. Bulls. Go away. Go away from me. Get away from me, all of you. I can't hit them. Can't get away from them. Oh, there we go. Okay, they can be hit. If you can hit them, you can destroy them. But if you destroy them, is there any benefit to that? They don't seem to drop anything. Well, I guess the benefit is that you're not dead, and that's a pretty solid benefit right there. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. The coal we were coming for was... It was right there next to the tractor the whole time. I really need to get a grasp on distance in this game. I'm making it way more complicated than it should be. A meter is not as long as I seem to visualize in this. It's the size of a block in Minecraft, right? That's what I know meters for, is Minecraft dimensions. Get out of here, you. How much life can you possibly have? Right, oh, let's get our crafter set up here. I'm gonna point it kind of that way towards the base, and place her down, plop her on down right there. Ooh, okay, problem. Even if we do use the tractor to transfer items back and forth, like I was talking about, that doesn't help us with power. Power is a thing that we're still gonna have to run. Didn't think about that. I mean, fortunately, you can make these lines really, really long, and they will pass through most shrubbery. They don't seem to like going through, you know, solid objects, but for the most part, trees and things don't seem to get in the way. I guess I'll tie it into here for right now. I'll have to work out a better solution in the future. I think that's drawing from this line directly. How are we doing? We're okay. We're fine there. I guess that's alright. Oh, I take it back. I take back what I said earlier. The power lines will go right through a solid object without any fuss. The ground, a rock, no problem for power lines. I mean, look at this. Fantastic. This game is amazing. Oh no, not one of these again. Are you still following me? If I was worried about aesthetics, I would have put that up there, so it wasn't sort of draping across the bridge. And maybe someday I will be worried about aesthetics. Maybe someday I'll have the time. You know, there really is no time like the present, I guess. So we want to go from there to here, and then from, I guess, there. I hope it reaches to there. Yeah, that's good. So we now have a full stack of coal. It produces 120 per minute, which, you know what'll move 120 per minute? We have these newfangled conveyor belts. But also, I am intrigued by the truck station, and am tempted to try that. What the heck just happened? We are going to need one on both sides. That's the only thing I am completely sure of, because we have to have one sending and one receiving, so it sort of doubles what we have to produce in order to get these things built, but I'm okay with that. Now I gotta determine where I'm going to put this, and I haven't thought it through at all. I guess maybe back over here where the conveyor belts are, because that's where we are accepting items. That's the sending and receiving area. Well, really, it's just the receiving area. We don't really send anywhere. Okay, how big is it? Oh, it's quite large. So we've got 2 inputs and 1 output. Interesting. Very interesting. Where does the truck go? I guess right there in front is probably where the truck goes. How do we want to configure this? Let's go up here, where we're going to have a nice view of things, and then we can stand back and get a better feel for it. I think we might put it right here. That'll put it right next to that power station, or that power pole. Power post, line, line. And then if it needs power, I'm not sure if it does, but if it does need power, it does. You can plug it right in. There we go. Ooh, wait a minute. We might be pushing the power production now because... Oh gosh, what is happening? Is there a ladder on here? Oh, there is. Couldn't figure out why I was flying up the side of that thing. We're drawing all of our power from here now for several different pieces of equipment. Should we route it all into the same post so it's shared between all 3? Keeping in mind, of course, that eventually we're going to have coal power. I'm not sure what the best course of action is going to be. There it is, though. There it is. I guess we can configure it in some way. It needs fuel. Or maybe it doesn't need fuel because it's plugged into power? Maybe that's where you put the fuel for the truck, so it can automatically fuel up the truck? So this is going to be an unloading station. Okay.